The look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh!
I don't understand why everyone thinks this play is so great. Oh. See, in real time it looked like a really nifty layup, but when you slow this play down, it becomes something totally different. Unforgettable, iconic, and legendary. Now, the Toronto Raptors are no strangers to impressive rookies who dominate the highlights, and 2022 is no exception. Meet Christian Koloko, a second-round pick from Douala, Cameroon who blows my mind at least 2 times every single game. And in his 5th game, he did something that you probably missed. So let's slow it down and hit rewind. If you're new around here, my name is Robert, this is Pensari Basketball. Hit like, hit subscribe, grab your coffee, and let's get to it. We usually use the term unicorn to describe a really tall player who does things that tall players shouldn't be able to do. Maybe it's because we all created a 7'5" player in 2K who could splash threes like Steph Curry, and we're all trying to manifest that player into existence. We love to fanboy over tall players who can shoot, dribble, and pass. But what about defense? What about a 7-footer who does things on defense that 7-footers shouldn't be able to do? For the record, the concept isn't new. Defensive upside is why some people think that Evan Mobley is a top 5 young player in the NBA, even if he's not playing like it right now. And it's at least 50% of what makes Woj confident that Victor Wem-ban-ya-ma is the best prospect since Kareem Abdul-Jabar. 17 years old, 19 years old. It's weird to call a 22-year-old old, but Raptor rookie Christian Koloko is old by NBA terms. But he's unique. And it's that unique, dare I say, unicorn defensive potential that enamored the Toronto Raptors front office and Nick Nurse. And it's a big reason why he was starting in just his 4th NBA game. And it's in his 5th NBA game that he had a 45-second stretch that blew my mind. Let's check it out. Now here we see Christian Koloko switch out to former MVP James Harden, forcing Harden to pick up his dribble. Harden passes the ball to reset, thinking, I have a rookie on me. But Gary Trent Jr. decides to double team Harden 35 feet from the basket. Harden correctly passes the ball to a shooter wide open in Georges Niang. But Chris Boucher closes out. All the while, let's watch Christian Koloko speeding back to protect the paint as Niang attracts more defensive attention from the Raptors defense than prime LeBron James. Now watch as Koloko, a rookie, sensing there's no way Niang is stupid enough to try and take on 4 defenders at the rim, immediately spots the open shooter. He's jetting over before the ball is even out of Niang's hands. He closes the gap with his immense wingspan and manages to contest the shot, in control past the defender. Something the Toronto Raptors preach, no chop stepping in the North. Now, here comes the brilliant part. He contests the shot from behind without fouling as well, and the shot misses. Now a few seconds later, seeing Siakam has a favorable isolation matchup, Christian Koloko loads up the right side of the floor, clearing the left side for Siakam to ISO. Most players would flare to the corner, but Christian Koloko is smart, and he knows that he has zero gravity as a shooter right now. And the second his defender leaves to help, he escapes and jumps to the dunker spot for the pass. Except Siakam doesn't pass, and instead passes to Gary Trent Jr., who hits the 3. A few seconds later, James Harden gets past Siakam easily and finds another wide open shooter. Now watch as Koloko begins to run out to him, but immediately stops. He sees his man open underneath the basket and makes a snap decision, seeing that Gary Trent Jr. is also running out to the shooter. And with 1.7 seconds left, he tries to box out, giving Chris Boucher a clean rebound. And that is how, in 45 seconds, Christian Koloko made 10 good decisions in a row, all the while boxing out bigs, cutting to gaps, contesting shooters, chop stepping next to them, and getting into a stance to guard one of the NBA's craftiest ball handlers 35 feet from the basket. It's not going to make SportsCenter highlights, especially when Koloko did something a lot flashier in the same game. But it's little moments like this that have the Toronto Raptors so excited about Christian Koloko, and why he's the first legitimate 7-footer to play a substantial role in Nick Nurse's defense since former Defensive Player of the Year, Marc Gasol. If you like thoughtful basketball content, be sure to check out my last video where I broke down 18 plays from Scotty's rookie season in order to understand how Scotty sees the game. Or check out a handful of other videos on the channel, some of which actually talk about Christian Koloko as well. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do so. It's totally free to do. I double checked. And let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Christian Koloko? Have you been as impressed with him as I have, or are you taking a more wait and see approach? His analytics haven't looked great so far, but I'm telling you, there's 30 to 40 seconds every single game where you see where this is going, and I think that is going somewhere really special. Until next time, see you later. Peace.